Today's stretching area of focus is the hamstrings, and we'll begin with a gravity pose called ragdoll. To practice, begin by stepping your feet about hips-width distance apart. Bend your knees slightly. Now fold forward and grab opposite elbows. Allow your head and your neck to relax completely. This is a pose that you've probably done hundreds of times before, but as we practice now using gravity pose techniques, you'll see just how effective it can be. I will lead you through a full 5 minutes of practice, but if you're a beginning student, stop when you feel you've reached your limit. You'll hear one tone for each minute that passes, so you'll know how long we've been in the pose. You can come out when you need to, but do not come out of the pose between tones. So you're to complete the practice in full minute intervals, either 1, 2, 3, 4, and eventually 5 full minutes. Standing here, with your head and neck relaxed, hanging over your legs, begin taking nice, deep breaths. You inhale deeply through your nose, and then exhale completely through your mouth. Quickly, you'll find that your breathing forms a steady rhythm. You'll also find that your body will naturally fold just a little bit deeper on your exhales. This is normal. You might feel like when you inhale fully, you come out of the stretch ever so slightly. This is okay too. Your goal here is not to control anything. Just try your best to use as little energy as possible and relax completely. Your hamstrings are not one muscle on the back of your leg, but actually a group of muscles. These strong muscles often become shortened due to our sedentary lives, and also from repetitive strengthening exercises, things like running. The reason we put so much emphasis on hamstring flexibility is because tight hamstrings can cause bad posture with a hunched back, and can also make it very easy to injure your lower back, as that stiffness in your legs severely restricts your range of motion. So as you hang here over your legs, breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, it can be helpful to remember that you're not just opening the backs of your legs. You're also freeing up and protecting your spine, and your lower back in particular. If your arms get too tired, it's okay to drop them down onto the floor, but just make sure that the palms of your hand are facing up. That way you're not tempted to support yourself using your hands. If possible, try to ignore the stretching sensation in the backs of your legs, and instead focus on the rhythm of your own breath in and out. While you practice, remember to keep your knees slightly bent here to protect your lower back from strain. It's normal to feel stretching all up the backs of your legs, all the way to your lower back. You don't want to feel sharp or shooting pain, however, and if you do, then wait until the next tone and then release. Otherwise, stay with your breath. We're almost there. When you hear the tone 5 times, Then it's time to finish. Hamstrings Part 2. Flamenco pose, right side. To practice, begin by lying on your back. This is a very simple pose, so it's essential that you follow the instructions carefully so that you experience all of the benefits. Lying on your back, lift your right leg up into the air and clasp the outside of your foot with your right hand. If you're new to the pose, you will most likely need to use a belt or strap to put around your foot, as you will probably not be able to reach the outside of your foot with your leg straight. Using a belt or a strap is perfectly fine, and do so if you need to. It's not appropriate to bend the leg or to lift your back up off the floor or to use your hand to grab lower down on the leg. For this simple pose, your leg must be straight and your arm must be straight as well. If you are using the strap to hold onto your foot, wrap it around the sole of your foot and then hold onto the belt or strap with just your right hand, leaving your left hand relaxed on the floor. Once you find yourself in the position, try your best to relax completely. You will notice that you do need to use your arm and leg a little bit to keep them upright, but try to keep that effort to a minimum so that you're as relaxed as possible. Lying here now, simply breathe in deeply through your nose and then out completely through your mouth. We'll be here for just 2 minutes total. We're almost done. With all of the sections of flamenco pose, you should complete the full stretch. No resting, no changing positions. Hang on, we're nearly there. Good. Now we'll continue. Still holding your right foot, or still holding the strap or belt, slowly open your leg to the right, but make sure to keep your right arm and leg completely straight the entire time. There's no competition here, and there's nothing special about putting your foot all the way to the ground. For most people, your foot will not reach the ground, not by a long shot, and that's just fine. This variation of flamenco pose accesses your hamstring muscles in a different way. It'll probably give you a slightly different and perhaps deeper stretch. As you lie here, keep your face pointed up towards the ceiling. Eyes open is fine, but eyes closed is fine too. But do make sure that you're not turning your head to the right. Your foot is fine over there, all by itself. No need to look at it. Just keep your right arm and leg straight and let the leg hang, breathing here. Remember now, you're breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Your head and neck are relaxed, your shoulders are soft, and your leg is hanging out to the right. If the stretching sensation in your right leg is becoming very strong, just do your best to ignore it. Don't give it any importance at all. Remember, we're only here for 2 short minutes. You can do this. We're nearly finished. Good. Now let's continue. With your right leg and right arm straight, slowly bring that leg back to center. And now, this is important, switch hands so that the left hand is holding the outside of the right foot, or option 2, the left hand is holding onto the belt or the strap. Arm is straight, leg is straight. It must be this way. Do not hold on to the foot or the belt with both hands. That won't work. Good. Now slowly, with one hand, open the leg across your body to the left. Don't worry about your right hip lifting off the ground a little. That's normal. Don't worry if your foot is nowhere near the floor. It probably isn't. This is the final and most awkward position of this pose, so try to accept the awkwardness without judgment. Here, more than in the first two positions, your breathing will have a tremendous effect on your progress in the pose. Breathe in deeply through your nose here. And then exhaling through your mouth completely. Breathe in deeply through your nose. And then exhaling out through your mouth completely. Carry on with that same rhythm. We're nearly there. Good. You're finished. Now come back to center, let go of your leg, and rest on the floor. Hamstrings Part 3, Flamenco Pose, left side. Lying on your back, let's try the left side by lifting your left leg high up into the air. Remember, your body will always be tighter on one side. This is normal. So don't be concerned if your left side feels tighter than your right side did a few moments ago, or vice versa. With your straight left leg, grab the outside of the left foot with your left hand. Using a belt or a strap is perfectly fine, and please do so if you need to. Resist the urge to bend the leg, or to lift your head up off the floor, or to use your hand to grab lower down on the leg. It's essential here that your leg remains straight, and your arm remains straight as well for the duration of the pose. If you're using the strap to hold your foot, wrap it around the sole of your foot, and then hold on to the belt or strap with just your left hand, leaving your right hand relaxed on the floor. Once you find yourself in the position, try your best to relax completely. It will, of course, take some muscular energy to keep that left leg and arm upright, but try to use the absolute minimum amount of energy possible. Lying here now, simply breathe in deeply through your nose, exhaling completely through your mouth. We'll be here for just 2 minutes total. We're almost done, so you should complete this full stretch with no resting or changing of position. Hang on, we're nearly there. Good. Now we'll continue. Still holding your left foot, or still holding the strap with your left hand, slowly open your leg to the left, but make sure to keep your left arm and leg completely straight the entire time. Stretching is the only objective here, so there's no need to be trying to get your foot down onto the floor. It just doesn't matter. For most people, your foot will not reach the ground, not by a long shot, and that's just fine. This variation of flamenco pose accesses your hamstring muscles in a different way and will give you a slightly different and perhaps deeper stretch. As you lie here, keep your face pointed up toward the ceiling. Eyes open is fine. Eyes closed is fine too. but do make sure that you're not turning your head to the left. Just let your left leg do its thing on its own. There's no need to look at it. Keep your left arm and leg straight and let the leg hang and breathe. Remember now, you're breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Your head and neck are relaxed, your shoulders are soft, and your leg is hanging out to the side. As the stretching sensation in the back of your leg gets stronger, do your best to ignore it completely. Don't give it any importance. We're here for just 2 short minutes. We're nearly there, and you can do this. Good job. Now let's continue. With your left leg and left arm straight, slowly bring that leg back up to the center. And now, this is important, switch hands so that the right hand is holding the outside of the left foot, or the right hand is holding onto the strap with one hand. We're going to cross the body with the leg. Arm straight, leg straight. Make it a priority. Good. Now slowly open the leg across your body to the right. Don't worry about your right hip lifting off the ground a little. That's normal. And don't worry if your foot is nowhere near the floor. It probably isn't. This position can feel clumsy and awkward. That's okay. Just let it be. Bring your focus to your breathing, and you'll experience a big opening even today as we hold it here. Breathe in deeply through your nose, inhaling. And then exhaling out through your mouth completely. Breathe in deeply through your nose. And then exhaling out through your mouth completely. Keep going on your own with that same slow, steady rhythm. We're nearly there. Good. You're finished. Now come back to center. Let go of your leg and rest on the floor.